Just in time for the first pre-song to fade out.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, you heard of Switched on Bach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but have you heard of Switched on Baccarat? It's like Switched on Bach, but instead of Moog synthesizers playing Bach, it's Moog synthesizers playing the music of Burt Baccarat.
Yeah.
Which just shows
Hello,
that
Mod Pro.
Mod Pro in the house. I'm in the house. Brian's in the house. And,
So
you know,
when I went into StreamYard, it popped up something about getting stuff from Twitter/X. Do you know what
Twitter-
that meant?
no.
That's one of these stupid pop-ups. Like,
Well,
timing is stupid.
StreamYard wants to make sure you know about all their great features that they're working on, things like that.
And,
Like,
and how would that work?
I don't know. They told me something about portrait mode, which is for people that don't know how to hold their phones when using the camera. You know, so I just passed right by that comment and said, yeah, that's nice. I'm not one of those dumbasses. But Dune and I know how to hold our phone when filming the Black Friday shenanigans, and that is, well, like that. Anyways, I'm here. Brian's here. Burt Baccarat's here. Actually, Christopher Scott played the music of Burt Baccarat. This is such an odd thing because this is something I've bought on record twice because the first one had a crack in it. And it was like $1 each time. And it's just a random Moog record of the time. And when I was going through Tidal, looking at things to, make offsite backups of as a free service to them. I found that Tidal actually had a digital copy of this album, which is so weird that I would have never expected this album to get an official digital version. But there you go. Anyways, we should kick off the year.
TikTok is in the in that mode. Okay, I don't know what that means there, Dune.
Dune doesn't like TikTok, I think, or because the D is not really that close to the T, so that can't be a typo.
Is he playing off the TickPics ads?
I don't know. Are people sharing their dicks on TikTok? Is that what Dune's? And if they are, why does Dune know that? But
yes. I kind of made the assumption, Macro.
But anyways, we should start the new year right by actually.
But have you actually seen the ads for TickPic? That's a last minute ticket site.
I was going to open the show,
and they say tick. One person says, "Dick," whatever. Anyway, they get confused.
Go on. You almost have a fully formed thought there, Brian.
It's TickPic, but he says it fast, and people think they say. You can assume. It's kind of like what? Give them the double take, and you're assuming that they're saying dick tick instead of tick, dick pick instead of tick pick.
I'd like to apologize, everyone, for giving Brian more time to form that thought.
I know it's just an ad, right?
Anyways. Once again, it is time for everyone's favorite internet radio show.
Insert title here.
The show that changes name so frequently, it doesn't really. It's been this name for a while now. But I'm here. Brian's here.
I'm here.
Mars has the link. ModPro is confused. I'm confused. Brian's confused, but doesn't really know he's confused, but we all do. And Mars is here. And I think Mars might be confused too. I don't know.
Why am I confused? Why?
Actually, you're right. Mars is not confused because he wasn't here for whatever that was that Brian was talking about.
Yes.
I was here. I was sitting. I've been here for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, then I'm confused.
So you listened to the nonsense then?
Yeah, I did. I'm sitting there playing my as he's talking.
And a harmonica player is in the house.
Harmonica
not really.
in the house.
I'm definitely not a harmonica player, but I do have a harmonica. So, and I don't know where my microphone is. I haven't looked at that yet.
Hey, and I've got one too.
A microphone?
No. Yeah, a microphone that sounds like this.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Someone gave Brian a microphone. That's the problem.
Or a harmonica. Which one is worse?
It's a tie.
It's a tie?
Lose.
Oh, no. But Gators, think of it this way. Add the both together, and you can send that audio to millions of people around the world.
ModPro writes in, look what you've started.
Hi, ModPro! Hi!
We are off to a great start this year. So many
Merry
zingers
Christmas
at
and Happy
Brian's
New Year
expense.
to everyone.
Yes, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
It's 2024 of an even year.
Happy
Kwanzaa,
and
if everybody still has their 2016 calendars, it's now. Oh no, I'm sorry, 1996 calendars. It's still good, so you can reuse those now.
You can use your 1996 calendar. What?
Yes.
For this year?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. This just in.
What?
Stephen St. Peter Jr. wants the StreamYard link so he can come in. And
wait, Junior? Wait, did he reproduce?
No, he's always been Junior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he wants the link.
The link to what?
Well,
to the stream?
Yeah, he wants the StreamYard link.
Oh no, not I can't leave if you want me to.
It's StreamYard.com. That's where you go to start your own account, and do your own show. Gimp Nation Radio can make its triumphant return.
Wait,
that's
is it
at
around
StreamYard. What's that?
Is it around?
Is what around?
Gimp Nation.
I don't know. Does anyone still own that Dune? You let that URL go years ago, right? Dune must have owned that at some point.
It links right to links right to twitch.tv/Johnny Gators, right?
Yeah, no, we only give StreamYard out to official co-hosts. That would be Brian and Ed Mars. So and I don't think I think StreamYard servers only can handle so many. But he has the StreamYard. It's great. Well, you have fun with that. And so, Brian, how was your New Year's?
Oh, it's okay. We didn't do much.
No.
Try to avoid going into amateur driving mode.
Amateur driving. Oh, meaning stayed off the road.
Yeah, we stayed off the road.
Yeah, I almost was going to be on the road, at the worst time of the year to be on the road.
On the 31st.
Well, no. Actually, I was on the road the 31st, but the January 1st from midnight to 2 a.m. is like the worst window of time to ever be on the road.
To 2 a.m.
Because that's when all the drunk drivers are driving home after the ball dropped.
Yeah, the amateur hours. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Before midnight, you're fine. It's after midnight you gotta watch out for.
It's not that different from the first snowfall. The amateur drivers get out and say, "I got to check this out."
Especially the first snowfall in areas that don't get a lot of snow, like California.
Right. Well, we got frost this morning. Does that count?
No.
Actually, Gators. Yesterday morning, I got back and I looked outside. I saw water. I have a mag mount, and on my antenna outside, it's in a pie pan. It's in a big giant pizza pan, and it had filled full with water with the rain we had. Yeah. It actually froze. I was like, "Hey, look, I got ice outside." So it got down to 33 degrees here. That's pretty good for us.
So I was downstairs today, cleaning the parts of my CPAP machine with the soapy water. And I was looking over at the gallon jug of the distilled water and saw it was close to the bottom. And so I looked outside, and I had two options. Option A was walk across the street to the convenience store and buy a new jug of distilled water. Option B was to start my car, let it warm up, clear it of snow so I could drive it across the street. I decided to walk because that'd be easier than clearing the snow off the car. So that's cute, your little frozen water dish thing. That's
you know what? We'll take it. I've had my heater on for the last 3 days, so it's fine.
Of course, Stephen St. Peter's got us all beat because he's up in Maine. He's probably got more snow than I got down here. But
you say that now, but just wait. You guys are getting some more soon.
It's supposed to warm up on Wednesday, I think. So that's why I didn't shovel the snow in the driveway, because I figure the sun will take care of that in a few days.
You know what? I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be like, snow, that's nice. I'm not moving. I'd stay home and sleep.
My dad was the one that was always worried about shoveling the driveway. I'm like, dude, it'll take care of it. You've heard of the sun, right? It'll take... I don't know, something about mail getting delivered and the big mountain in front of the mailbox. But no, we clear a path in front of our mailbox. But also, I don't live at the end of a cul-de-sac.
If you just had a flamethrower, if he had a flamethrower, you could shoot it at the snow. I guarantee you'd be out there shooting it. Honestly, if you say, "Hey, by the way, kids, I need you to clear the snow off the driveway," you go out and get the giant snow blower hair dryer thing that shoots flames. Every kid's gonna be out there shooting it. You know it.
Okay, there is that. So anyways, Mars, what about you? What were you doing for New Year's? Anything special? Or?
Well, okay, Christmas. I was here because my niece COVID. So we did not have we had Christmas on Wednesday. So Wednesday was good Christmas day. So So we just hung out at her place, did good breakfast, Christmas. Then next day, niece's birthday. Then next day, New Year's, hung out at my niece's, and they came back. Standard procedure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, my Christmas went good. Turkey came out great. Now, here's an interesting thing, because when you go online and read about making a turkey, they suggest that you shouldn't stuff the turkey anymore. Now, I always grew up with the turkey being stuffed.
What's the logic to that? I'm missing that.
7-0, I think.
The logic to not stuffing the bird is that in order for the stuffing to come up to temperature to kill any bacteria, you would need to keep the turkey in longer than is ideal for the turkey to be at the ideal temperature. And then your turkey, either your stuffing won't get hot enough and might have bacteria, and then you food poison everyone, or your turkey overcooks and is dry. That is what I've read online. And I have to say, I have found that to be false.
Well, it's as amateurs that just don't know how to do it.
Well,
right?
So,
sucks to be them.
Didn't miss much. I read further because I really want to. They say that you should cook a dressing instead of a stuffing. What is dressing? That's stuffing that you put in the dish instead of in the bird. The thing with dressing, though, is that you don't get all those nice juices from the bird soaking into the stuffing itself.
What if you did this? You cook up the dressing, stuff the bird with that, so it's already warmed up.
Well, since we're already past what happened, this is past the time of suggestions. This is story time.
Oh, I know. I'm just for the idiot that could do it that way.
Well, that is an option, but I did the reverse. My thought was, if the issue is that the stuffing might not come up to a safe temperature to kill all the bacteria by the time I want to take the bird out of the oven, then the option would be to take the stuffing out of the bird, put it in a dish, leave it in the oven until it reaches a temperature it needs to reach, and then take the bird out of the, keep the bird out of the oven. So basically, not start the stuffing before you put it in the bird, but to continue cooking the stuffing after you take it out of the bird. So I realized that I didn't have. I have a kitchen thermometer, but it's a little kitchen thermometer that you kind of poke and check and put away. So I bought
more of a meat thermometer probably, but yeah, I know what you mean.
So I bought a digital meat thermometer that comes with the metal rods with the long strings with the headphone jack thing, so that you could actually keep the thing in the bird while it cooks in the oven, and then set an alarm for it to let you know.
A headphone jack?
Well, 1/8 inch connector, basically.
Oh, can you hook it to a speaker or something?
Well, it's a wire connector. You could use it for other things other than audio. I'm just basically it was a digital thermometer that has two connectors on the side for the probes, and it uses the same type of connector that a headphone uses. You connect it in, you put it in and the problem with those is that no matter how much you know that this is a piece of metal that's been in the oven for a few hours, you so want to just grab it and pull it out of the bird.
Well, yeah, did you?
No, I didn't. I almost did. They even
have and said, "Hey, look, metal, let me grab it."
They have tags on them that say, "Don't touch after removing from oven."
You know as much as anybody who reads that tag.
They should make them red instead of just plain metallic.
You look at the tag and you take your fingernail and you scrape it off and said, "There, I don't need that anymore," and you put it, then you use it normally.
Yeah. Anyways, so the point is that the one I bought came with two probes, so you could take two temperatures at the same time. So I stuck a temperature in the turkey breast, right in the middle area there where you want to get your temperature reading, and I stuck the second skewer into the stuffing. So that way I could check whether or not the stuffing still needs more time to be in the oven when the turkey's ready to come out, and then I could scoop it out into a dish and put it back in the oven. Well, my stuffing came up to temperature. My stuffing came up to a safe temperature before the bird did.
Uh-oh.
No, that's not
I
uh-oh.
agree.
That's not uh-oh. That's good.
Oh, okay.
Because but that means that I don't get what this whole thing about, usually the stuffing doesn't come up to temperature fast enough, and then you either got to leave the bird. No, my experience is the stuffing came up to temperature quicker than the bird did, and so it wasn't an issue. And we're now far enough past Christmas that no one got the shits as a result of eating our dinner here. Well, stuffing was actually pretty good, although it was a little to the moist side, which is better than being a little to the dry side. I'll probably put a little less stock in it next time, if there is a next time. Now Dune writes in 2 words: stovetop. There, you're well.
Yeah.
I like stovetop. I have no problem with stovetop, but stovetop is not the same as real stuffing that you make in the bird. It's just not the same thing.
Anyway, you're a scratch maker, right? You like making stuff from scratch.
I like all kinds of things. I like a wide variety. Much like music, I like food that's made from scratch. I like food that's garbage. Heck, who doesn't like a jar of Cheese Whiz out of the microwave with some cheap nachos?
Do you stick the can in there?
Cheese Whiz comes in a jar.
Wow.
So, someone just sent us some kind of an advertisement.
There.
Dune wants a shake. What does he want? This kind of a shake?
So, Gators, you do realize you opened the flood door, right?
Which flood door? The turkey
the flood
stuffing
door
flood
that
door?
shows that you can help everybody have their holiday, which means you're now a spot on the map. So this will not be the last time. I guarantee you.
Here's the thing: I have not hosted anything for my family. I've just had my wife's parents and brother over, and I'm perfectly fine. And we only have Christmas with them every other year, and I'm perfectly fine having them over again in 2 years. Like I said, given the option, have them over here or go to them. I'd rather have them here because then I get to stay at my home. Sure, I got to cook a meal, but actually, here's the thing. Turns out, Kristen, not a fan of turkey.
Oops.
Yeah, she'll eat it, but she doesn't care for it. She didn't really want much to do with the leftovers. Now her family likes turkey, so we all had a great Christmas dinner. I love the turkey. Kristen ate turkey, and it was she was fine with that, and her family all liked the turkey. So we all had a good. But in 2 years, I probably won't make another turkey, not because I don't want to, but because I'd rather come up with a Christmas dinner option that Chris and I are going to equally like. So we might make a roast or something like that in another 2 years, which is actually a bit easier than a turkey. You don't have to stuff it. You still put it in the oven, you still slice it, but you don't have to worry about, piece parting out along the bones and that type of stuff. You just slice and serve, So I don't know. We'll see what happens in another 2. But we got 2 because next year we go to my parents who host and make. I think they actually started making roast beef for Christmas dinner. So I'll have to settle for turkey only at Thanksgiving.
My niece's husband smokes their turkey outside now, so it's like I will not turn that down. That is so smoked turkey is amazing.
That does sound good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever done like a reverse turkey stuffing kind of thing, like just shove a giant turkey inside a giant loaf of bread? Or
I'm not heard of that.
Just take your turkey, just shove it in a loaf of bread.
Does
that work?
Stuff a loaf of bread with turkey.
Yeah. What do you think? Turkey bread?
Turkey bread. Now, I did buy stuffing bread, and I wasn't sure how many loaves of stuffing bread I would need to stuff my turkey. So I bought 3 loaves and I only used 2. So I have an extra loaf of stuffing bread, which Chris had asked me, can I make bread pudding with that? I said, I think so. It's bread, it just isn't sliced. So it's probably perfect for that. So we might get some bread pudding out of that extra loaf. But Sparky Toaster in the house. All right.
Hey, Sparky.
So now, Brian Mars, what did you all do for New Year's? You watched the ball drop from home, friends, went to bed early, stayed up, and then went to bed?
Went to my nieces, hung out there. We watched. They wanted to watch the new Hunger Games movie, so we watched that. It was okay. Whatever. But it was good. It was good.
Did you catch the ball drop or the replay of the ball drop? Or because
we did see the ball drop. They don't have regular cable. They don't have cable, or they don't have over the air. So we kind of found an Australian feed and watched it like 80 times in a row and figured it was around the right time. We don't know. We're like, oh, look, the ball's dropping. Cool. So we toasted to it. And then a couple of minutes later, hey, look, the ball's dropping again. So we toasted to it. Hey, look, the ball's dropping. You're like, Australia does things a little odd. We just kept toasting to it. It's fine. Whatever.
Now, what about you, Brian? You watch the ball drop? You go to bed?
I think that's bullshit.
You just went to bed?
No, we were up, but I just don't watch the ball drop. I think.
Oh, what do you watch?
Why do I give a shit about a thing that happens in New York City? I don't at all.
Well, it is the greatest city in the world.
I don't give a shit. Oh, brother.
I say that mainly to piss off Gothard, who's not here. So
Gothard, if you're listening,
because Gothard was always like, screw New York or and me, I grew up, New York was the city. Not that I went to New York a whole lot or thought a bunch about New York, but it was the major city near me, and it's a pretty major city in the country, and there's a lot that goes on there. So when he was kind of like, oh, screw New York, I was always like, what do you mean? It's New York. And David Letterman always introduced the show. Well, not always, but I think ever since 9/11, he always introduced, from New York, the greatest city in the world. It's the, Late Show with David Letterman.
Well, I mean, the show was based there. What is he going to do? Say, I like Detroit better.
So anytime I had an opportunity to, I always put in it's the greatest city in the world, even though I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? Every city's got its thing that, I'm kind of like every country, every city, every place has their thing. Why is this a competition? But just to piss off Gothard, I always went with that whole New York City's the greatest city in the world. And he'll always dispute it anytime I say that. Sparky writes, the ball drop is 3 hours early to Brian. Why should he watch something at 9 p.m.? Well, in California,
you could go to bed early. Or that's tape delayed. It's like, the whole phrase of live on tape. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
California will replay the New Year's Rockin' Eve program 3 hours delayed so that you can bring in the new year watching what happened in New York City 3 hours ago. Yeah. It's a little
it's a little weird.
It is a little weird, but that's what's normal. I mean, that's what they do. So even though it's kind of weird when you think about it, it's also normal because that's what the TVs do every year. Sparky writing in New York is not the greatest city in the world. Well, Sparky's from Pennsylvania, so is he going to show some brotherly love for Philadelphia? Or probably not. Scranton all the way!
When you're in California, it's kind of like, what is the big damn
Pittsburgh.
deal? Hey, Pittsburgh is a cool town.
Yeah,
I like it.
Well, Reading's a city, so that would... no, I don't think anyone's going to fight for Reading as greatest city in the world. Sorry, Sparky. Home of the Reading Railroad. There you go. See, every city's got their thing.
I thought it was Reading.
No, it's Reading.
Reading is this town that's in Northern California.
Reading's also in Pennsylvania, and the railroad is the Reading Railroad. Anyone playing Monopoly calling it the Reading Railroad is saying it wrong. And I say this as someone that has said it wrong for many years, many times.
Gators, why do they have a BO railroad? I don't understand that.
What?
They have a BO railroad. I don't understand that.
Well, some people don't believe in deodorant.
Apparently. I don't know. Don't ask me.
So anyways, my because of the way the dates work this year, my cousin's New Year's Day celebration was shifted to a New Year's Eve celebration, so that way we could all hang out the whole night and just crash there for the night, and bringing the new year together and crash.
Oh, cool. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, they have air mattresses. They have a finished basement. It's set up like a sports bar, so it's got like 4 or 5 TV screens around the place, because my one cousin, he's all into the sports and the fantasy football and all that stuff. So they got multiple games on all the different TVs. It's really a nice setup they got there. It'd be really cool if I cared at all about sports. But anyways, we were having a good time, and so we originally, what I was going to do was I was going to go there with Kristen, do this New Year's family celebration, not drink, hang out there till midnight.
Did I hear that right?
I'm capable of not drinking. I'll have you know,
on New Year's.
I can do that.
Did that happen?
No, but for other reasons.
Okay.
Not because I went against the plan or because I couldn't, manage it. But the thing is that given the option to crash on an air mattress with a bunch of, other people are kind of in the same closed quarters, or drive to my dad's house where there's a guest room and a comfy bed, when I'm traveling with my wife, I'm going to get my wife the comfy accommodations. So I called up my dad and said, hey, is it all right if after the New Year's party, Kristen and I drive down to your place and crash in the nice comfy bed in the guest room? And my dad said, sure, that'll be fine.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was going to not drink so I could, bring me and my wife over to my dad's house, slip in quietly at like 1 a.m, or while my dad's fast asleep, and he'd leave a door open for us.
Yeah.
But Kristen got sick before.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so she missed the New Year's celebration.
So sorry.
Yeah, no, she was just not feeling good, so she stayed here. So I'm like, well, it's just me. I may as well just drink and crash on an air mattress then.
Oh, there you go.
Because I could sleep through anything. So yeah. Get up, eat breakfast, and drive. The
Chevelle. I agree.
The Chevelle's at my dad's house, so I didn't go there. No, I'm not. I don't even know the last time my dad started that car.
We'll go there and help him start it.
What am I?
After all, he's going to need a new battery.
Well, Gator's used to that, so it's
okay. What am I going to do with the Chevelle? Park it outside of my driveway so I have 2 cars I never drive?
No. You park it at your place. And you trade in the other one, the one that only goes in the first.
No,
and then you still have 2 cars.
Dude, my dad's keeping the Chevelle. He's got it registered as a historic car. He's holding on to that. He's not looking to unload that. That's
60s. It's 60s, right?
No, it's 70s. I think it's like a 72.
Is that considered a historic car?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's you can. I think registering a car as a historic car has to do with how old it is, not how historically significant.
Oh, 40 years.
Is.
Okay. Dune says 40 years.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, my dad registered as a historic car because he ain't driving it as a daily driver.
That means you can register a car from 1984 as a historic car.
I guess so. It shouldn't be because the
Can we
80s was
register antique people?
that that can't be right because the 80s was only 20 years ago. Sparky wants to know what year the Chevelle is. I think it's a 72. Early 70s. Early to mid 70s. Sparky says in PA it's 25 years for antique. So, oh wow. So if I wait, before I know it, I'll be able to register my Taurus I never drive.
You say 20 years? That means
25.
2000. Oh, 25. So 1999 is an antique.
I guess so. Anyways,
yeah, Gators, you're old.
LX64 has heard 25, doesn't know if that's a Tennessee thing or what. I mean, that's the thing. Car registration's a state by state thing.
Yeah.
So I ended up.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I ended up hanging out with the cousins and drinking, and we played a few rounds of asshole and had a good old time. And as it was getting close to time for the ball to drop, we did have the TV on to the channel so we could see the ball drop, but the sound wasn't turned up. Basically, my brother-in-law had the Fish concert on a stream on one of the other TVs. He was checking that out and watching that, jamming to that, and we were all playing asshole. And it's getting close to time, and we're like, and so my cousin says that she heard that if you start playing Phil Collins in the Air Tonight and you start it at a specific time before midnight, you can get the to coordinate with the stroke of midnight. And so we look up when that would need to start. I get the clock up on my phone showing the seconds. She cues up the her phone to have the song, which syncs it up with the Bluetooth speaker, and we hit play at the right time. And we found out that the internet was wrong and they were off by about 20 seconds. So we wished everyone a happy new year, and 20 seconds later we had a boom, 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 boom.
The internet was wrong?
Yes.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Someone timed it wrong. I don't know.
The internet is always right.
No.
Maybe.
Brian, if the internet was always right, they wouldn't let you on it. 64 writes in,
that is funny.
You know that troll on the internet was laughing their butt off.
It's like, I reset the internet to 20 seconds fast.
Well, it's funny because the TV was delayed from our phone clock. So at first the phone passes 12 o'clock. We're like, Happy New Year. Oh, it didn't time right. And then we see there's 3 seconds left of the TV. We're like, oh, maybe it'll time to the TV. Happy New Year on the TV. And then no, another 5 to 10 seconds later, do. And we're like, Happy New Year. And I was like, yeah, close enough. And everyone laughed at me quipping close enough at that. So it was yeah.
Maybe time is 3 seconds faster than sound.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was off by enough. It wasn't off by maybe, I don't know if it was 20. It was like 20 seconds. Something like that.
Oh.
Now Dune writes in, has Johnny ate gummies and did the Wizard of Oz thing? I've done the Wizard of Oz thing sober. And I wrote an English paper in college about the Wizard of Oz thing.
You're going to have to explain the Wizard of Oz thing.
The Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon thing?
Well, it's a coincidence. It's one of these coincidence things that goes to the level of conspiracy theory of people thinking that maybe it's not a coincidence, but it's a coincidence. And this dates back to the late 90s, so this is, pretty an outdated one. But essentially,
is that new Gators? I thought it was older than that.
Well, I first started reading about it when I was in college in the late 90s. So I don't know who did it first or when it originated. But essentially, it comes down to the claim is that, and some of these things do happen, but the claim is that if you start Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon at the same time as you start The Wizard of Oz, the music of the album will align to things in the movie. And if, for example, and the thing is that you hit play on the CD, You cue up the CD and pause it, and the beginning of The Wizard of Oz has the lion roaring to the MGM
The
thing.
the third roar, right?
The third roar. You hit play on the
Yeah.
third roar, and for example, the start of the transition from Speak to Me to On the Run happens at the same time as Dorothy falls into the pig pen. So, you know, she's kind of like doing this like balancing thing, and then she falls in, boom, and so that's kind of a cool timing transition. And then she's singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow and looking back and forth at the same time as On the Run's going with the like, you know, and so it looks like she's looking back and forth to the and what are some other things that and then the tornado scene happens at the same time as Great Gig in the Sky. So like at the first drum hit of Great Gig in the Sky is when the first tree pulls out of the ground from the tornado. And so it's kind of like it's hard to describe it, but there is some cool effects to it. It's worth doing. But there are some people that thought, oh my God, this is way too much to be a coincidence. Pink Floyd must have done this intentionally. Like there are people that thought Pink Floyd had a copy of Wizard of the Oz in the studio and recorded the music to the movie. But the thing is that Dark Side of the Moon.
Who produced the movie? Was there an individual?
Wow, that was what MGM back in the 30s?
I mean, the movie predates Dark Side of the Moon by a lot.
I'm saying who did the album? Who produced the album?
Well, that depends if you mean the tracking or the mix. The tracking was produced by
the mix that ended up on the album.
Well, but the mix was based on the tracking. Alan Parsons was the engineer.
Maybe Alan Parsons did it and never told anybody.
And no.
Whatever.
Well, here's the other thing is that the album's shorter than the movie, and so the end of the album with the heartbeat as it fades out happens at the same time as Dorothy's listening to the Tin Man's chest and hears that there's no heartbeat in there. So she's kind of doing the like listening for a heartbeat while there's a heartbeat sound in the. But the other thing is that supposedly you can then repeat the album, and more coincidences happen. Now, I think the best explanation for this was done by someone else, because there was a guy that decided, I'm going to watch Dark Side of the Moon to like 3 or 4 different movies and see if the others have more or less coincidences than Wizard of Oz. And the guy found coincidences and things that lined up in the other movies too. If you play music to a movie, there's bound to be a few coincidences over the course of the album. That's kind of what it comes down to. But it's still cool to do. The Dark Side of the Moon Wizard of Oz thing is a pretty cool.
Maybe it was Illuminati.
Speaking of Wizard of Oz.
Anyways, I did that in college because that's when I read about it. I thought it was really cool, and then I did it a few times. I'm like, I actually walked to a Blockbuster to rent a VHS of The Wizard of Oz and dub it. How did I do the dubbing? I somehow made a dub of it, but I didn't have 2 VCRs, so I forget how I managed to pull that off.
Oh. I had 2 VCRs.
I don't know.
That's how I used to copy stuff from Blockbuster.
I somehow dubbed the rental Wizard of Oz tape.
Well, you just stole it.
No, I know I didn't do that. I'm just not sure. I wouldn't have brought it home with me because it would have been basically like a 2-day.
Ring the Catholic bells. No, that's my notification.
Oh my God. Thank you, dude, for that one. You win the internet today. Oh yeah. So anyways, no, we did not watch the Dark Side of Oz. We played asshole. There may have been some kind of inflatable bag of stuff that we took turns breathing in. I was too drunk to notice.
Did you do the balloon to your Fish concert?
My brother-in-law had a plastic bag for his Fish concert, and it was being passed around. And
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
I'm like, all right, I'll try some of that since I'm like, having a good time. And my sister was nice enough to squeeze the bag as I'm taking a small.
Oh,
breath
that
in.
don't trust a sibling. You never trust a sibling. What are you talking about? I don't do that stuff. You just know you don't trust a sibling.
Made sure I got a full lung full of it's like a plastic bag with a clear plastic bag with some kind of a hard plastic nozzle on it to do like a pressure release thing. Yeah, I don't know where one buys such a thing, but apparently my sister and brother-in-law know where to buy such things.
It's probably at Party City.
It was way more convenient than having to roam the streets of New York listening for people going ice cold, ice cold, ice cold, ice cold.
Oh dear.
Just listen for the sounds of the air tanks filling blue. Ice cold, ice cold.
Oh dear.
Dude wants to know. Yes, those were both they were both present. But yeah, that's the second one is what was in the plastic bag. I wasn't driving anywhere.
Well, there you go.
There you go. I actually didn't have that much. I only did the one breath of that in. I didn't smoke anything, but some kind of a edible type of thing that was not gummy was given to me. That is, I don't know.
So you remember the night, but you don't remember the night.
No, I had more booze than I had of anything else. I didn't have that much booze really. I didn't have a hangover the next day because I knew I had to drive home next day, so I didn't want to get too fucked up. So I really did a very little of this, a little of that, and I mean, 3 of the beers I drank were from drinking the card game. You had to drink you had to have a Miller Lite on hand for playing asshole to drink for socials or whenever you need to skip. Because it's a drinking game.
My question is,
Yeah.
did you put your sleeping mask on and scare the crap out of everybody that's been smoking too much during the sleepover?
No, I warned everyone about it ahead of time, and
see, you shouldn't have done that. You should have scared the poop out of them.
And there's actually like a separate little room off to the side that has a door of the basement, and so they're like, well, we'll put an air mattress in that room for Jonathan, and that way he can close the door and won't, because I got my own little room with the air mattress to not disrupt everyone with my Darth Vader breathing, and my sister and brother-in-law shared the couch that was in the basement, and my brother and my future sister-in-law shared the couches in the living room upstairs, and I don't know where my other cousins slept.
You didn't want to wake up in the middle of the night and do the thing they did in Back to the Future and walk in the other room and play a little music quietly and put a little flashlight over your face and say, "I'm watching you," to your brother and your sister.
No. We
dude, you know that would have scared the poop out of them.
I don't think it would have. I don't know. My sister was scaring me because as it got late and we were still chilling, I go and I sit on the couch that she's planning on sleeping on, that she called dibs on, and she's like, "Don't you dare fall asleep there. I'm sleeping there." Like she was worried that if I sit down in her spot in the couch and fall asleep, that they're not going to be able to move me off the couch, and then she's going to have to find someplace else to sleep. She's like, I called that. Don't you dare fall asleep there. I'm like, dude, I'm just sitting.
Well, all she'd have to do is get somebody to help her, roll you right onto the floor.
Yeah.
So
job done.
So Dune has just come up with questions not to ask about a family gathering.
No, I don't want to know this. La 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 la. I don't.
Family gathering. I've mentioned brothers, sisters, and cousins, and that's all that was there. There was no neighbors. There were no friends. This was brothers, sisters, and cousins. So no Dune.
No wife swapping?
You know what? I guess it depends on what state, but probably not.
we didn't have opposite side of the family cousins there. And the less said about that, the better. But Dune, bad Dune, bad. Brothers don't swap wives. Come on, dude. What the hell kind of family operation you running over there?
There's a show on TV. It was called Wife Swap. So there you go.
I don't think that's what that show was about.
Oh. Oh, see, I never watched it.
No.
I'm like, no, I don't want
I
to see
think
that.
families just live with different, like they trade, but they don't actually do
Dune also
that.
don't link gators.
We've seen Dune's link. Did you fall on your keyboard wrong again, Dune?
Oh, no.
God. I don't know what the deal is with step sibling movies.
I don't know. I don't ask. I just like, that's nice. I don't care.
I
That's
don't go
disgusting.
looking for them, but they show up for search terms that have nothing to do with it.
Gators, when was the last time you cleared your cookies?
Cookies. I like cookies.
You know, I know. We all love cookies, but we don't like internet cookies. They track us.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, you know,
Duck,
Yes.
duck, go.
brave.
I use Google and Firefox and AdBlock.
So
Or you
anyways, I had a funny thought today. Isn't
You
it
did?
funny? Isn't it
Wow.
funny? The well, if not funny, ha, but funny and interesting.
Peculiar.
This isn't a comedy show. I think we've established that. Even
What?
though we
Well, that
call
doesn't
it-
mean we don't try.
we don't try, but this
I
ain't.
thought the
We do
NHT
try.
Radio
We do
Network
try.
was the adult.
Is it a
thought-
successful?
You know,
Successful.
every Monday I ask myself, what would Sparky, Mod Pro, and Dune, and Racer and OX64 find amusing, and that's and maybe the Gimp,
and Steven Jr.
the Gimp,
Velvet.
and no,
whatever her name is.
Velvet
They would
7
find
doesn't
that
watch this
amusing?
show.
Oh.
I wish Velvet 7 watched this show.
Have you promoted it? So you should watch the insert title here on Mondays.
She can't even say my name right.
Hello, J-Carters. Hello.
You know, I told her she should tune into my show, and she said,
What's that?
What about the Dunigator show? Johnny show? She probably enjoy that one.
What's that?
Oh, she would not say that to Dune. You know.
What's that?
Oh, poor Dune.
sorry, Dune.
Poor Dune.
Poor Dune. Well, actually, she might know. But Dune stands a better chance at being recognized because Dune's actually bought pictures. That if anyone in Dune's household finds them, he's going to say,
What's that?
Yeah.
"I have no idea how those pictures got there."
No idea.
Sparky got my address and sent me some girl's pictures. That's what. Yeah, that. Go with that.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I'm sure that.
I think Dude's
She
gonna
said-
send those pictures to Sparky before someone finds them. Actually, but
Oh, there you go. Velvet
Oh,
Seven's how I do. She
actually, it was
did
Velvet
that.
Seven's package that had Dude's address on it.
Oh, thank you, Velvet Seven.
So Velvet 7 and Sparky Toaster both know Dude's address.
What's
Nice.
that?
We're not gonna say, but anyways,
Does that mean party at Dunes?
yeah. So anyways, isn't it kind of interesting how when a TV show randomly mentions something, it's gonna probably drive traffic to it on the internet?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's just say today has probably been a pretty good day for and I got to Google the group's name because I still don't remember it off the top of my head. But does anyone watch today the internet has probably been a little kinder than normally it is to John Fred and his Playboy band. If you all
Who?
remember them. You don't remember John Fred and his Playboy band?
No.
No.
They
No.
were bunny ears?
So does anyone here watch Bob's Burgers?
I used to. I haven't watched it in years, but I used to.
You know, I used to skip it because I watch Simpsons, I watch Family Guy, and I've always watched them pretty
I love their music
regularly.
though. The music from Bob's
But
Burgers is hilarious.
I gotta say, yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was it basically.
I gotta say, and part of me is wondering if I need to go back and watch early seasons, but nah, because Bob's Burgers to me was just not the same as Family Guy and Simpsons, and there's just nothing. It did not interest me, and so I would always walk away and use that half hour for something else, and then come back. I just, I watched American Dad when that was on Fox. I've been watching.
I'd rather watch Bob's Burgers than American Dad. That was me though.
But more recently, for the past I don't know how many years now, I've basically been sitting through Bob's Burger, and it's won me over. So I have been watching it, and I loved how yesterday a plot point of the Bob's Burger episode that was on yesterday was the oldie song "Judy in Disguise with Glasses," just for no reason out of nowhere. And sure enough, I went and checked on YouTube, and sure enough, the YouTube postings of that song do have comments that people left today going, "I'm here because of Bob's Burgers," because people will do that. People will go look up something based on it being featured on something else, and they'll leave a comment saying, Bob's Burger brought me here, or some podcast brought me here, or yeah. So I just wanted to share. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, I went and I hooked up my VCR and taped it. That's what I did. Yes.
It's so 90s. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I took up my VCR and recorded it.
Yes. And so basically the premise is that Ted has somehow trapped himself in a safe accidentally, that he was working on in someone's bunker, and the person that brought him to, the person that owns the bunker was very secretive about where he lives, so he made Ted wear a blindfold while he took him to the bunker. So Ted calls Bob to come help him out of this safe, but he doesn't know how he got there. So this is the scene where Bob goes to the meeting point where Ted started at, and Ted's walking him through how he got from there to the safe. And I'll just...
Okay, Teddy, I'm here. I'm at the lot. I see your truck. This still seems like a terrible idea, but if I'm going to have any chance of finding you, you need to tell me everything you remember about your drive with Gerald. And talk fast, because I don't know how much battery you have left.
Like 20%? No, wait, 15%.
That's not as good as 20%.
See how smart you are, Bob?
Just talk, Teddy.
So I got his truck, and he blindfolded me. But not in a scary way. I mean, I was a little scared, but it's fine. I'm fine.
Do you remember which way you turned out of the parking lot?
I'm pretty sure you made it right.
All right, what else?
Let's see. He was listening to the radio. Oldies. That song, Judy in Disguise, came on as we pulled out of the parking lot, and he was kind of singing along. You know that song?
You don't. Keep going, but try to say more helpful things, not about music.
Right. I think we're on a normal road at the beginning because it was smooth. You know, like a road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smooth
but
like a
then
road.
I think we turned right again, and it got real bumpy. And the chorus of the song came on, and it made Gerald's voice sound crazy. Like, Judy in Disguise with glasses.
Okay, anything else? It doesn't have to be about that song at all.
Oh, at some point, Gerald put on this really nice aftershave.
While he was driving?
Hey, he must have opened a bottle of it and splashed on his face.
Okay, that's odd.
Well, whatever it was, all of a sudden the inside of the truck smelled incredible. And then, like, right after the aftershave, he parked and then he let me out of the truck and he walked me through a yard to a staircase and down into the bunker.
Okay, so you turn right and then right again, and then Gerald was singing Judy in Disguise,
Yep.
and then he put on aftershave.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh, wait!
What?
What if I download that song and start driving, and when they sing the glasses part, I look for a bumpy road on the right and turn onto it?
Unbelievable. That's so smart. The song will be like a road map. So the song turns out to be pretty helpful information. You made it sound like it wasn't.
Sorry, yes, it was helpful information. Okay, I'm gonna download the song. I think my phone does that. And then...
Isn't that So it's a clever little random use of it. It's like, of all songs, how did they come on that one? How did they pick that one? I don't know.
I don't know, but Bob's Burgers is hilarious.
Yeah. So here's how it goes, and I just it's the little things that make me laugh, and so I'm just gonna play the next scene where he somehow manages to download the song.
Oh, wait. Oh, hello?
Hello?
Hang on. Hi.
Are you at the dirt road?
No, sorry. I just got it downloaded. I've never downloaded anything on my phone before. I think it was surprised.
Play it.
I should hang up because of your battery, Teddy.
No, Bob, try it, please. I need the human connection right now. I might be having a panic attack. I can't tell because I've never had one before, or I'm always having one.
Okay.
I can't tell because I've never had one before, or I'm always having one.
That sounds like him. Yeah.
That's a great line that they
Yeah,
just
it
glossed
sounds like
right
him.
by.
Okay, I'll try. All right, putting you on speakerphone. I am pulling out of the lot and pressing play.
It's your toe tapper, right?
I can't really focus on that right now. No. A tractor just pulled out in front of me. I gotta slow way down.
What? Bob, no. The with glasses part is gonna come on and you won't know where to turn.
Teddy, I know.
Can you pass it?
No, there are cars coming the other way that will hit me, and I won't like that.
Well,
And I won't like that.
I love this. It's so hilarious. It's so hilarious.
The car's coming the other way that'll hit me, and I won't like that. The writing is
It's
great
a
on
good-
this.
That's
so
a good
good.
mantra for keeping alive.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
try honking.
I don't like honking at people.
Just give the horn a little friendly tap.
Fine.
Bob, don't pound on it.
I barely touched it. Wait, he's pulling over. Yes! Thank you. Sorry. A cool tractor.
Bob, you gotta speed up. You gotta make up for lost time.
Okay, Teddy. With glasses. He just said with glasses. Oh, gosh. I don't know if this plan is going to work now. Oh, I see a right turn ahead. Do you think that's it?
I'm in a bunker, Bob. I don't know.
It's a dirt road, like you said.
Take it.
Oh, yeah, bumpy road.
You did it. You did it.
Yes. Oh, that's too bumpy. Slowing down. Oh, no.
What?
No.
What? What is it?
Teddy, the road splits into 3 different roads. How do I know where to go? I don't know how to choose.
You know what you do? You just...
Teddy? Teddy? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my
Your
God.
battery
This is the
died.
best-
Run out of batteries? Teddy? Teddy! This is a good song.
I love that, that little just random, this is a good song
Yeah.
with glasses.
Oh,
Brian, do you remember that song now?
The vague recollection. Yeah.
It's a
I
fun,
can't say.
it's a toe tapper.
I can't say when the last time I heard it though. I mean, it goes so far back.
Well, it still got play on oldies radio when I was younger. Not sure when I last heard it myself. Well, I do
Probably then, right?
Well, I do own a 45 of it, so I probably listened to it when I found and bought the 45 of it. But who knows how many years ago that was? So there's that.
You don't have date logs every time you listen to it, Gators, and what
No,
year?
I don't.
You don't do
Spark-
you don't do like the gas mileage thing, you write down the gas mileage and the date and the time and everything, but for
that's-
playing records.
That's writing down gas mileage is the type of stuff my dad does. He keeps a little note.
Oh, my dad did that too.
Compartment.
Oh,
I don't.
And I'm like,
I don't.
we just go. I mean,
Although I would
you
do it
go.
if I ever borrowed his car and I usually topped off the gas tank while borrowing the car because it's a nice thing to do. And I usually would fill out his notepad because it's the nice thing to do while doing a nice thing. So, but otherwise, no.
So in Wikipedia, it says,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a knockoff of the Beatles song, of course.
Well, it's inspired by, probably.
It's like more of a parody.
Well, I don't even know if a parody would suggest some kind of a copying or it's,
Sure.
I think it's just I think inspired by or influenced by would be the more accurate to be a nit.
Actually,
like I am.
Wikipedia does not call it a parody.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, because it was kind of like
okay. So here's a line that's amusing.
yeah.
So the other members of the Playboy band did not like the unusual slow, abrupt ending with Fred intoning the final line, I guess I'll just take your glasses.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird ending. I can't try to.
So the band, I mean, this band name never is like, who the fuck? John Fred and his Playboy Band.
Yeah, they're a one-hit wonder. I mean, it's the only thing that they're known for is.
Yeah, right. And by the way, John Fred Gourier, who's his birth name,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Ah.
Died in 2005, a mere 63 years old.
Guess I'll just take your glasses.
There's the end they didn't like.
Why don't they just take out him singing and just put the stuff on the right hand side of your head, the right speaker going through the main stuff for that part?
I don't know. You know, the song is mostly mono, but has a few stereo effects and stereo. I think it's one of those songs that was produced with mono in mind, and then as an afterthought, it's like because the bed is mono, but when he sings dual vocals, they're overdubbed, so they were able to pan that. You know that's the thing. 60s songs often have poor stereo mixes.
Holy crap, this guy was out a long time. His first single was something called Shirley
Okay.
in 1958.
Okay. That makes sense.
That goes way back. And then he had Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, 1959, another big hit.
Okay.
Not a big hit. These were not hits.
These were not.
Well, actually, the Shirley was Billboard Top 100. It came up 86, so it made the list.
It bubbled under. Way under. Quite a bit under.
On the Billboard, it's fine.
And then he had a single down in New Orleans, got nothing. First, My Love, nothing. You're Mad at Me, so this is 1964.
Okay.
65, Making Love to You, Wrong to Be Meeting, got zip on these hit lists. Sun
been able to make a
City,
living
Doing the Best
somehow.
I Can, Out of My Head, that's 66. Up and Down, Agnes, Judy in Disguise, hit number 1. Actually, there are 3 places hit number 1. One was, I gotta scroll back up, fucking Wikipedia. Billboard Hot 100, then Cashbox 100, and World Record,
Yeah.
number 1 on all of those.
Now Dune writes in, I thought it was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. No. Well, what happened was what was it? The guy, John Fred misheard the song and thought it was Judy in Disguise with Diamonds. So, but it was or something to that effect. And so that kind of gave him the idea to write a song based on that misheard song. So he wrote Judy in Disguise with Diamonds. So it doesn't, it's not the same tempo or the same, it doesn't sound anything like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It maybe sounds a little earlier Beatle, but it's certainly got some kind of certainly the lyrics are kind of psychedelic with the psychedelic nonsense. I mean, some of the lyrics. Let me pull them up.
Oh, and the song was re-released in '84, and it didn't hit the charts.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Like we were done. And then there was another thing that was on the charts, but very high numbers.
I mean, Judy in the
In fact,
Sky.
on a top 100 list, how does your song get 130?
I mean,
You're not on the chart at 130, dude.
I mean, this is one of those songs that the lyrics didn't have to make sense; they just had to flow and rhyme. Judy in the Skies.
All resident songs. Oh, wait,
Judy in
no,
the
it's not
Skies.
Roseanne.
Well, that's what you are. Lemonade pies with your brand new car. Now, okay, I could see making some kind of a lemon flavored pie and calling it a lemonade
What's a
pie.
lemonade pie?
But what does a lemonade pie, if it did exist, have to do with a brand new car?
Well, I mean, it's a lot like a lot of the Fleetwood Mac lyrics. They make
Yeah.
no sense
It's nonsense lyrics.
until of course, you're high.
Lemonade pies with your brand new car. Cantaloupe eyes, come to me tonight. Judy in Disguise with glasses. Keep a wearing your bracelets and your new rah-rah. Cross your heart, yeah, with your living bra. A chimney sweep sparrow with guys. Judy in disguise.
By
with
the way,
glasses.
they call him an American blue-eyed soul.
Okay, I can kind of see that.
That sounds racist. God, sorry.
Blue-eyed soul is a
It's a
genre.
thing.
It's a thing. No, that's absolutely
yeah,
a
it's a
thing.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's
though.
a thing that we all
Oh.
soul music performed by white guys.
blue-eyed soul. That's totally a thing. I don't
Righteous
know if-
Brothers are in that category. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, Sonny and Cher, Tom Jones, Barry McGuire, Roy Head,
thing. Okay.
Dinah Washington, whoever that is, Steve Winwood. Yeah, so there's a lot of people with that name. Of course, you could put Elvis Presley in that category.
A chimney sweep sparrow
Oh.
with guys. What the heck is a chimney sweep sparrow with guys?
I don't know.
I
But
have
I'm looking
no
at a
idea.
no-break recipe for lemonade pie right now.
It's
Okay,
something
so
that rhymes
and-
with
and
Judy
Hall
in
and Oates
disguise.
also in that category.
Oh, Hall & Oates is definitely Blue Eye Soul.
sure. Do they actually have blue eyes, or is that not necessarily?
Chances are at least one of them does, right?
Frozen lemonade.
Well, we're gonna have to Google
could
this
be.
now. All right, what
Wow.
color
That's-
are Daryl Hall's eyes? Daryl Hall has blue eyes.
Whoa!
I thought he was a blue.
Winner.
Yeah.
Now let's check out Oates.
Wow.
Google doesn't automatically tell me. No. John Oates has dark brown eyes. So Daryl Hall
Hey,
is
at least
the blue
one of
eyes.
them has it.
Yeah, Daryl Hall is the blue eyes of the Blue Eye Soul of Hall Notes. So
Okay.
so there you go. So anyways, just a funny little thing like, well, gee, that song's going to get a lot more play today than it was getting like a few days ago just from that TV show. So yeah, that's what Sparky missed. Sparky missed the Bob's Burger replay. But yeah. So that's the only topic I really had for today. Sir
There.
Mars wrote in a recipe for lemonade pie. Now, here's the thing. Does this recipe predate the song?
I don't know. This is ready made.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super easy to make.
I mean, let's
Maybe I'll
see.
make it.
1 6-ounce can frozen lemonade. So is that frozenade concentrate or actual
Yeah,
frozen?
it's frozen. It means
So
concentrate.
6 ounce of frozen lemonade concentrate.
Yeah.
14 ounce can sweet condensed milk. Oh, all the best easy recipes have a can of sweet
Yeah,
condensed milk in
dude,
them.
that.
Cool Whip.
You better not be diabetic when having this. I'm just saying.
Well, I've not been diagnosed yet, but I got really drowsy after eating 2 chocolate bars today. 1 8-ounce container Cool Whip, 1 gram cracker crust. Use mixer and mix the first 3 ingredients until fluffy. Pour into ready-made crust. Refrigerate until firm. This sounds like something that what's his name would make.
I don't know. It's on food.com.
What's that dude? The guy with the book with
Emerald?
No. You know
They all have books.
as Dune would say.
Bobby Flay.
Um,
what is it? B. Dylan Hollis.
oh, I don't even know
Who?
who that is.
You don't know who B. Dylan Hollis is?
No, I don't.
Never heard.
I know who.
Okay, he's a TikToker. That
Oh, see,
that,
that's why I don't know them because I don't do the TikToks.
that basically does TikTok videos of doing recipes from old cookbooks. They're not always bad recipes, but a lot of them are, and some of them you think they're going to be bad and they're good, and some of them are just plain good. So let me.
Is that the guy who does the Frito pie in a bag?
He probably did that. Let me see if I can find one of his recipes here that might be. Oh, he did a frozen orange juice pie. Okay, all right. We're gonna screen share here, so that you can so that Dune can go look on TikTok later and look at these guys' videos. So we're gonna share my my Brave tab that's on TikTok on B. Dylan Hollis's page, and here we go. Frozen orange juice pie.
A frozen orange juice pie from 53. Now, I've seldom heard of orange-flavored pies, likely because it's a bad idea, but Betty Crocker doesn't think so. Pastry!
What's that orange pie?
You were misshapen. Fop it! Then we form this to a pie dish. An 8-inch is preferable. It sure is, Betty. 8 minutes at 475. Now we dilute our frozen orange juice concentrate with just 1 can of water. What are you looking at? Into a saucepan, a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup cornstarch. Done. 1/2 cup of OJ. Slowly whisking in until boiling. Fire! The yolks of 2 eggs. Temper the eggs. Get back in. After a minute, remove from heat and add 2 tablespoons of butter. Meringue? What are you doing, Betty? The 2 egg whites. 1/4 cup of sugar. Stiff. Get in. So the pie's not frozen, is it, Betty? No, it was just the orange juice. 400 for 10 minutes. Looks a bit sad.
Yeah, I've seen this guy. He's pretty funny.
Whoa. It's an orange meringue pie with really bad oranges. No. A frozen orange juice.
So that one was a no. Oh, here's one of his more infamous ones: the Spaghetti-O Jello ring.
A Spaghetti-O Jello ring from the 60s. Now, I've been unable to confirm whether or not this recipe actually existed in the 60s. Not that I particularly want to, but seemingly everybody and their dog has sent me this. Into a saucepan goes a 1/4 cup of tomato soup, 1/4 cup of water. Now 2 packs of gelatin. Wonder what demon we'll summon today. Fire! Now that this is completely smooth, we remove from heat and add 2 cans of SpaghettiOs. Is life insurance expensive? Into a bunt. Good night.
I'd try it.
Did I mention there were sausages? Because there are sausages. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think he's on YouTube Shorts as well.
That is unnatural. It's like a morgue. I need a hug. A Spaghetti-O Jello.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I think he likes it though.
What's that?
I was saying earlier. I think he's on YouTube Shorts as well.
Oh yeah, he has posted YouTube Shorts, but TikTok is where he took off.
Yeah.
But he's done like depression recipes, like a water pie, vinegar pie.
Oops, did you scroll past spam?
Jello meatloaf, blancmange, potato chip cookie. I'm scrolling back up. What were we looking for?
Spam.
Why would you look for that, Brian?
Peach spam bake.
That's gross.
A
That is
Fiesta
just
Peach
vile.
Spam Bake from 1954. Yes, folks, Thanksgiving is soon upon us, which means plenty of family drama, so I say why not just cut to the chase, serve this, and make everybody visibly upset. We begin by draining a can of sliced peaches. Save the syrup. Time for spam. Nothing says the holidays like ambiguous meat. Please exit. Now we slice it lengthwise 4 times, but don't go all the way through. Stunt the spam with cloves. Are you joking? You're not joking. This is ridiculous. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. 2021's been a rough year. Mercy. Now we insert the peaches into the spam. Open up. Time to receive peaches. To the 1/4 cup of peach syrup, we add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Are you aware that the syrup is sugar? Now that's just vulgar. Add the peaches. 375 for 35 minutes. Oh dear. Why do I keep doing this?
I don't want it. You need that, dude. That's vile.
That's
I
not
don't
a good
stand
laugh,
this way.
because this tastes like if Christmas gave up. A Fiesta Peach Spam Bake from...
It's disgusting.
After the world came to an end, you're a
Yeah.
survivor. All you have is peaches and canned peaches and spam.
Can I
There
live
you
on
go.
Twinkies?
That's
Does
what
that
you're
work?
going to be eating.
Can I
No,
live on Twinkies?
There you go. He also made some good things, like peanut butter.
Peanut butter bread from the Great Depression. Now, the Depression was rough, and while some people like it that way, the world of baking didn't. Butter, sugar, and eggs were scarce, but there was shelf-stable peanut butter. Start with 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, only a 1/4 cup of sugar, and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Is that a typo? We want the bread to rise, not generate thrust. On this episode of Bread Goes to Space, mix. In goes 1 1/3 cup of moo juice, that's milk. Now the 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You know Peter Pan came out in 1928. Brave king. I waited until 2019. Get in. Fold. I don't know about this. There's not much to it. Meow. Bake at 325 for about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Well, it smells divine. That's a good crumb. Man. This is stellar. It's perfectly peanut buttery and sweet. So good with so little. This is why I bake. Peanut butter bread from the Great...
This is why I...
It would go with chocolate, right?
Yeah, it would. And I have made that. It is good. And he then made a longer YouTube video where he perfected it and made a more cake-like peanut butter bread, because that one's kind of a crumbly bread-like peanut butter bread, which is good, but it's not like a, it's even better if you get it more moist. So he made a more moist version of it, and they're both very good.
What if I just eat Reese's peanut butter cups? Is that better?
That would be awesome. But you can see he's done a lot of. So, anyways, yeah, that's how did we get on this topic? I think we've mentioned him on the show before.
I don't recall.
Oh, asparagus cake.
An asparagus cake from 1980. You know, I don't make these things up. They legitimately get printed in cookbooks for reasons I've yet to fathom. Our kitchen to yours. You can keep it. First, we need 2 cups of grated asparagus. This is food for sheep and people who do yoga. Next is 1.5 cups of vegetable oil, orange rind, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, vanilla asparagus. Really? 8 ounces of crushed pineapple and the juice. Sorry, pineapple, vanilla asparagus. My bad. 3 eggs. The dry ingredients are 3 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, stemming and 1.5 cups of chopped nuts. Mix. Terror guacamole. Bad. 1 hour at 350. Woo! So heavy. Powdered sugar. Orange. Moo juice. Woo!
I don't want cake that makes my feet smell.
So it's a nice moist cake, but it's flavored like the underneath of a lawnmower. It's earthy. Not quite right. An asparagus cake from 19...
Flavored like the underneath of a lawnmower.
I mean, have you lifted your lawnmower lately?
I've no, no,
Yeah,
I have.
yeah. Great description, right?
That is. I mean, we all know what he means.
Tastes like weasel piss. Have you had weasel piss lately?
I don't know. I hear you can buy it.
But Mars is right. A cake that's gonna make your pee smell, probably not a good cake.
Yeah.
Now Sparky's got something for me. He's got something for us here. So let's check out what he's got.
Yeah.
Because I think he posted it earlier. Is it the same thing he posted earlier? It is the same thing he posted earlier. All right, let's see what that is. And
Let's do it right.
This is called 4 Old Ladies. So we're off to a great start.
Okay.
Because nothing says 2024 like 4 Old Ladies.
Well, there's
let's
a 4
go.
in it.
Exactly. So let me share the tab. So that way, I assume it's safe to. It's on YouTube, so it's got to be safe. So we're gonna go ahead.
You would think, but no.
You'd think.
Hey, Mark, excuse me. I'm on my way to 3768. Kind of got hung up. It's raining out here. I'm on my way into Dallas. Jerry's probably going to be calling you to find out where I'm at if he can't get a hold of me, I'm sure. So, thought, whoa. Man, I just had a wreck right in front of me. This guy ran a red light and hit 4 old ladies in an Impala. Just kind of clipped them and turned them around right in front of me, man. That was close. Oh, now this guy's getting out of his car. He's got a white shirt on with a tie of cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's throwing his hands up in the air like it was their fault. Oh, hold on. He's going over to their window. She's rolling down the window. Oh man, I think she sprayed him with pepper spray, man. He's on his face and he's on his knee. She's beating him with an umbrella. The other women are getting out too.
I approve.
There's one woman with a little black person. She's tomahawking him, man. She looks like a Sunbelt 20 horsepower jackhammer. We got another woman that's she's hitting him like he's got a cattle prod, man. She's got an umbrella. She's sticking it inside. Oh, there's another one it's a little woman that looks like Mother Goose. She beat him. She's got this U-bit bag. She beat him. She's got this U-bit bag. It's huge. It's about the size of her. She's about 4 foot nothing. She hit him over the head. Everything went all over the place. Her Bible fell. She just hit him in the head with a Bible.
It's a heavy book.
She picked this Bible up and she lifted it way over her head.
Like the King James.
It was a hardback NBI version. They're still beating the hell out of this guy. She picked his Bible up and raised it up above her head and just beamed the guy. This guy's not getting up. They're still hitting him. The one with the little black person still, pieces of okay, he's up on the car. The little woman just beat him again with that big bag. He's running to his car. He's out of here. The little bitty Mother Goose woman. She's stuck into him and she's driving off. I wish you would have been here, man. This is too good.
He probably weed himself a little there.
I gotta go.
Dude,
I've
that's
heard that
great.
before.
I
It's
have
been a long
not.
time.
That's freaking hilarious.
That is great.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God.
Thank you for reminding me of that one. That was.
I mean, you got a sense like it can't really be real. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
There's no background sound. This is just.
Well, he's got his.
He's on a phone.
Well, generally, phones will have a near-field mic, might try to noise cancel, and he's probably got his windows up. I don't think he's going to put his windows down and ask the dude if he needs any help. Dude's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. But even still, if it's real or if it's faked, it's just well done.
It is.
Nowadays, I think this is probably older. Nowadays, someone would just sit there with their camera phone taking pictures of it, or they're Super 8s, one of the two.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
Google this, see if we can find any details about this.
Yeah.
What was it called? For old women. Let's it's kind of like there are news stories that there are things you find out are fake later, and they're still funny.
Sure.
You just someone made an animated version of it.
Oh,
Oh my God! Now we have to do this again.
Yeah. Okay, absolutely.
Okay, all right. You know what? This is a type of thing that is worthy of replay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to. Someone was nice enough to make a animation that goes with this. So we're gonna check that out.
Hey, Mark, excuse me. I'm on my way to 3768. Kind of got hung up. It's raining out here. I'm on my way into Dallas. Jerry's probably going to be calling you to find out where I'm at if he can't get a hold of me, I'm sure. So thought, whoa. Man, I just had a wreck right in front of me. This guy ran a red light and hit 4 old ladies in an Impala. Just kind of clipped them and turned them around right in front of me, man. That was close. Oh, now this guy's getting out of his car. He's got a white shirt on with a tiny cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's throwing his hands up in the air like it was their fault. Oh, hold on. He's going over to their window. She's rolling down the window. Oh man, I think she's spraying with pepper spray, man. He's on his face and he's on his knee. She's beating him with an umbrella. The other women are getting out too. There's one woman with a little black person. She's tomahawking him, man. She looks like a Sunbelt 20 horsepower jackhammer. We got another woman that's she's hitting him like he's got a cattle prod, man. She's got an umbrella. She's sticking it inside. Oh, there's another one. It's a little woman that looks like Mother Goose. She's beating him. She's got this huge big bag. It's huge. It's about the size of her. She's about 4 foot nothing. She hit him over the head. Everything went all over the place. Her Bible fell. She just hit him in the head with a Bible. She picked this Bible up and she lifted it way over her head. It was a hardback NVI version. Oh, they're still beating the hell out of this guy. She picked his Bible up and raised it up above her head and just beamed the guy. This guy's not getting up.
All right, we get the idea. It's not the worst animation. It's not. I don't know. The audio alone makes it.
Put some video with it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Definitely funny.
I don't think it makes it funnier though. It was already funny.
No. Yeah. I mean, you get a little more visual. That's all.
Yeah. But that is. But
I like to see the guy getting up into his car. At the end.
Oh, okay. You know what? Well, all right. Let's go ahead then. Let's.
Why not finish it? Right.
All right. Let's. There we go.
They're still hitting him. The one with the little black person still. Oh, pieces of him. Okay, he's up on the car. The little woman just beat him again with that big bag. He's running to his car. He's out of here.
They kind of skimped out on that.
Yeah, they did. But oh well.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
It was something. I'm gonna Google this, see if there's any details about it.
So, just kind of on the side, have you done any more Super 8 stuff?
No, I've not done anything since Thanksgiving because
yeah.
Well, New Year's was just an indoor
it's
celebration
the
thing.
whatever.
Yeah, that was. Normally, I would shoot a Christmas movie, but not here. Just us and Kristen's family over didn't seem the right. There wasn't much to open up a roll of film for that. I had enough going on that day. I had to get a turkey out of the oven.
Yeah. You're busy.
So no, I haven't done anything new with the Super 8 since the Thanksgiving roll.
Sure.
I don't know. All right, so Snopes calls this undetermined. Voicemail message describes a conversation between a male motorist and 4 women after a minor traffic accident. Undetermined. Let's see. Origins. In one memorable episode of the 1970s television sitcom All in the Family, Archie Bunker is involved in a minor traffic accident and eager to that's the station wagon full of nuns. Perhaps Archie Bunker couldn't beat a station wagon full of nuns, but according to a circulating audio clip, an Impala full of Bible-toting middle-aged women could beat literally the motorists who ran into them. The description reproduced above sets up the following scenario. While an operations manager employed by a restaurant variously claimed to be Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Burger King, or some other fast food chain, is commuting to the job one morning. He calls his boss to leave a voicemail message announcing that due to the rainy conditions that morning, he'll be late getting into the office. In the middle of the call, he witnesses a minor traffic accident in which a lone male motorist runs a red light and clips an Impala occupied by 4 middle-aged women. Breaking off the explanation for his tardiness, the manager instead launches into a blow-by-blow description of the ensuing mayhem as the motorist gets out of his car and begins berating the 4 women, even though the accident was clearly his fault. Between bouts of hysterical laughter, the caller recounts the actions as the 4 women assault, poke, and beat the hapless motorist with variously pepper spray, an umbrella, a large purse, and a Bible until he finally retreats back to the safety of his car. All of this, of course, is captured by his boss's voicemail account, creating an audio record of the event gleefully forwarded from mailbox to mailbox throughout the company. Since this clip surfaced on the internet in early 2005, debate has ensued about whether the account given above is an accurate explanation of the origins of this audio clip and whether the traffic incident described actually took place. Skeptics have questioned facets such as whether the narrator would not only have been able to tell at a distance that the book one of the assaulting women was carrying was a Bible, but to identify the specific version of Bible, and why the narrator would think to note that detail in his description. An inquiry posed to the corporate offices of Jack in the Box, the restaurant chain most frequently mentioned in the circulated versions of this recording, produced the following response. Thank you for your inquiry. The message that has been in circulation is an actual voicemail message. The incident occurred 5 to 6 years ago in Texas. I'm not sure how the recording got outside the company or if the employee still works for Jack in the Box, but the recording periodically resurfaces on the radio and the internet. Even if this explanation is accurate, i.e. the clip originated as a message left on a Jack in the Box employee's voicemail, it doesn't preclude the possibility that the accident described never took place and the recording was just a prank one employee pulled on a coworker. Since this clip surfaced on the internet in early 2005, several radio programs have aired interviews with persons claiming to have some involvement with this audio clip. On February 4th, 2005, the nationally syndicated Coast to Coast AM show put through a caller who maintained he was the person who had been beaten by the woman as described in the purported voicemail message.
That just surprised me.
In late February, several stations broadcast interviews with a man named Michael Childs, who said that he was the one who left the voicemail message, that the clip was genuine, and that the accident described had taken place about 6 years earlier in Athens, Texas, while he was working as a construction manager for Jack in the Box. Although Mr. Child's voice certainly sounded very much like the one in the recording, without additional evidence, we still can't rule out the possibility that this clip was a prank rather than a live description of real events. So, and this Snopes article was last updated in September of 2013. So there's certainly some evidence that supports the possibility that this could be real, but it falls short of conclusive proof.
Doesn't matter. It's still freaking hilarious.
Yeah. It is funny. Yeah.
I still want it to be true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now Sparky found another link. That and this article also focuses on that Jack in the Box has confirmed that the recording is real in the sense that it's a real voicemail that came out of their voicemail system. So we know that this is a real voicemail left on someone's Jack in the Box voicemail box. Which already is pretty cool, that this isn't just some audio made for the internet, that it really is a real voicemail message. Even if it was a prank, it's a pretty damn good one.
Does that mean I can call Jack in the Box and leave voicemails?
Well, it would someone work for him, so I mean he would have the number to call the internal and know. He basically dialed his boss's extension. I'm thinking, let him know, hey, I'm going to be late.
Oh,
yeah. Sparky writes, and your link is better, Johnny.
So it's not in the corporate office, because the corporate office is in San Diego, California.
Let's see. Sparky says, I believe it was true. If he was reading it, he is damn good at it. That's the thing. I mean, the biggest nitpick people have is identifying the Bible, which that could have just been a little bit of creative storytelling. Like he saw her pick up a big book and maybe he just decided maybe that edition is what popped in his head to try to convey it's a large hardcover edition, because I don't even know what that edition is that he referenced, because he didn't say King James. What was it he said? I need to find it again.
NIV.
NIV. What is that?
There's a new international version.
New international version.
Oh,
I can find one if you like.
That's no. I
get the little teeny ones at school sometimes. I used to.
But are they typically hardcover? Is there a reason why he'd want to say it? I mean, that is a weird description to say NIV.
A hardcover Bible gives it some heft. That's all.
Right, but NIV.
Now, why would he say NIV? That's a little weird.
I mean, that's just what. Well, here's the thing I will say about that nitpick. It would be weird to say it in the spur of the moment, but it'd also be weird to write that into the script intentionally. So I don't think that detail is a weird detail.
Well, unless the guy threw that in there because he knew something about the Bible, and that kind of authenticated in his mind.
It was a descriptive thing that he thought would either work to the script or thought would work in the telling of the legitimate event. But either way, I don't think he actually saw from his car, oh, that's an NIV. I would have just said, I mean, maybe it was an edition of the Bible that had a big cross on the cover, so that's how you can identify it from a distance. Oh, that's a Bible. I don't know. That's, you know what? We need Mythbusters to actually park some cars at an intersection and pull out a Bible.
Usually, the Bible has big letters, and this so happens to be an NIV.
No, Sparky
happens to be.
No, Sparky's saying the guy's grandma might have one, and that's where he got it from. Like maybe
that's true.
Maybe he
or like in my case, his grandpa has one,
or maybe he has one himself, and he recognized like, oh, that's just like mine, or I don't know.
Right. I mean, after all, a lot of the different versions also have shall we say, a recognizable cover to them.
Now Sparky's asking us to play that part back, so let's see if I can cue that part up.
4 foot nothing. She hit him over the head. Everything went all over the place. Her Bible fell. She just hit him in the head with a Bible.
Okay, stop. Zoom in and enhance.
She picked this Bible up and she lifted it way over her head. It was a hardback NVI version.
It was a hardback NVI version.
Yeah.
So hardback, he was conveying that it was hardback. So for some reason, his mind went to including NVI with that hardback description.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still beating the hell out of this guy.
Okay.
Incidentally, that is actually NIV, so he's also dyslexic.
Yeah.
Because it's New International Version, not New Version International. But that's fine. Nothing wrong with dyslexia, because it went over my head that he actually had it wrong.
Yeah. No, anyways, that is a classic clip, though.
Oh yeah. It's funny. It's funny.
That's right up there. Here's the one that I struggle finding a way to believe it.
Oak Island.
No. There was someone who called a radio show once, and the call really happened, but this caller couldn't possibly really be this big of an idiot. She must have been doing this as a prank. But I'm going to I love the idea of it being real. I really wish it were real, but but I can't believe it was real. But I'm going to go ahead and bring it up.
Missing is all that's going on there. Now, Donna, you got quite the vent today. It sounds like what's going on with you.
Well, I wanted to voice my opinion on something that's been bothering me for a really long time.
Okay.
I tried writing the newspaper and contacting TV stations, but nobody seems to want to stay with this. So that's why I'm calling you guys.
What's the issue?
Well, over the past few years, I've been involved in 3 separate car accidents involving deer.
Mm-hmm.
With the population and everything. Each of these incidents, they've occurred shortly after I saw a deer crossing sign on the highway. Well, my frustration is that Minnesota and North Dakota Departments of Transportation would allow these deer crossings to be in such high traffic areas. I mean, I've even seen them on the interstate. Why are we encouraging deer to cross at the interstate? I don't get it. It's a high traffic area. I mean,
are you kidding?
I understand that deer are wild animals and they need to travel across the streets occasionally to survive. And, of course, to find food. But it seems to me that so irresponsible of us to allow these deer crossings to be in areas where these deer are so likely to be struck by oncoming traffic. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I
mean, it's just, I mean, you think they would put deer crossings maybe, in, smaller towns, maybe during at a school crossing. It would be a safer place for them to cross.
Wait.
Put the deer crossing sign.
Would it be safer for
deer
the
crossings
kids,
aren't telling deer that it's safe to cross there. It's just more of like an alert for drivers so they know it's like a high deer population.
The government put the deer crossings there. They can direct the deer population anywhere they want to by moving that deer crossing sign.
See, this is where I'm like, no, she's not really this stupid. She's just committing to this dial.
She's playing it.
She's
playing it, but it's hilarious. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
So actually, a favorite thing of mine from the radio was the show was doing a kind of a needle drop. What's this tune? The first guy that calls in with the right answer wins the prize, right?
Okay.
Well, of course, as soon as they announce it, you got to start dialing, right?
Right.
Whether before you hear anything.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're not going to get on. So this guy did his dial and he got on and I said, so what is the song? And he's listening to it like he had no idea. And so he just blurted out Black Dog, right? Led Zeppelin, right?
Okay.
And he starts cackling like hell because he knew that was the wrong answer. But the recording was so funny. The radio station kept playing that over and over and over again. It was hilarious.
I'm gonna have to see if because obviously it wasn't Black Dog. Okay, let's see if I can find
In fact,
that.
I don't even remember what the real song was, but it was hysterical. Now, if that's, this happened in the early 70s, so if that's still around,
I'm
doubt it.
I'm not seeing any reference to that. Must be a forgotten one. So it was just funny because he laughed at it.
Well, the way he was cackling was
okay.
funny. I totally, I totally fucked it up. Kind of laughter.
Well, there's I searching this, I found a thing called BBC Radio Black Dog, but I don't think it was on BBC.
For our Saturday drama, out of the blue, Claire's husband goes missing. We follow
No,
Claire
this
through
was
ups and downs.
Okay,
a
that's
Connecticut
something
radio
different.
station.
That's completely the wrong thing. Let's see. Muttley, my favorite cartoon dog, the best dog laugh ever. No, that's not the right thing. The Muttley laugh. Radio Scarecrow. Basically we got a bunch of Muttley laughs. Is all we got. Yeah, that's the only thing I get when I search for Black Dog laugh on YouTube. Yeah. Oh well. That's too bad. Sparky's got another one for us. Let's see. Have we ever heard this one? Well, this one's got some animation to it.
This is the ambulance emergency line. Do you have an emergency? I need an ambulance. Who is this? Joe. Okay, so where do you need us? I'm in my phone booth. Okay, what's the address there? Let me tell you what, I'm going down the road, driving my car, minding my own goddamn business, and a deer jumped out and hit my car. Okay, sir, are you injured? Now, let me tell you, I get out and pick the deer up. I thought he's dead. I put the deer in my back seat, and I'm driving down the road and minding my own business. The woke up and bit me in the back of my goddamn neck. He bit me and he done kicked the shit out of my car. I'm in my phone booth. The deer bit me in the neck. A big dog came up. The dog wanted me out of my phone booth because he wants the deer. Now, who gets the deer? Me or the dog? Okay, sir, are you injured? Yeah, a deer bit me in the neck. Hold on. Yeah, the dog is biting me. Hold on. God damn it, get out of here. Hold on. The dog is biting my ass.
Listen up, people. The police are there for emergencies only. Use them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's a prank. Because the line, who gets the deer, me or the dog? It's like, yeah, you're joking. But, I mean, it's a classic.
Oh, no, that's a joke. That's a prank call. That's a joke. But that's freaking hilarious. Plus, Mr. T was in it, so you know.
All right, we got. I have another one. I have one that I'm just going to call Armageddon. This is a radio announcer telling a news story. You all know the Armageddon story?
Yeah.
The one about the hamster?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was Bruce Willis that was in Armageddon, not a hamster.
Here's a fax from Cooter in Orlando, who sends me a copy of a story that appeared in the Los Angeles Times. He says, a prestigious newspaper, not the oft-maligned Weekly World News. Quoting the story, in retrospect, lighting the match was my big mistake, but I was only trying to retrieve the gerbil. Eric Tomaszewski told the news doctors in the severe burns unit of Salt Lake City Hospital. Tomaszewski and his homosexual partner, Andrew Kinky Farnham, had been admitted for emergency treatment after a felching session had gone seriously wrong. I pushed a cardboard tube up his rectum and slipped Raggett, our gerbil, in, he explained. As usual, Kinky shouted out, Armageddon! My cue that he'd had enough. I tried to retrieve Raggett, but he wouldn't come out again, so I peered into the tube and struck a match, thinking the light might attract him.
You're not supposed to laugh when you're going through
At a
this.
I'm going to be laughing during that, Brian.
Spokesman described what happened next. The match ignited a pocket of intestinal gas and flame shot out the tube, igniting Mr. Tomaszewski's hair and severely burning his face. It also set fire to the gerbil's fur and whiskers, which in turn ignited a larger pocket of gas further up the intestine, propelling the rodent out like a cannonball. Armageddon!
Bizarre.
Tomaszewski suffered second-degree burns and a broken nose from the impact of the gerbil, while Farnham suffered first and second-degree burns to his anus and lower intestinal tract. Armageddon!
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Dune's got a link he thinks is better than this, I guess, because he's screaming
I don't
for
know.
us
Being
to,
hit in the face with the exploding gerbil from someone's anus. That's pretty good.
Holy crap. That is huge. Oh, she just walked off camera. Oh, she's back on. Okay, so if you're going to go to this channel, open it up in another tab and leave us up. But something really interesting is going on Strawberry Tabby's Twitch page. I I don't think they're real. I you know,
Strawberry Tabby, is that a kitty cat? What is that?
I'm sure they're spectacular, but no, those I think that's just something she's inserted into her shirt. That's plastic. That is what the, but what is going on? What is this?
So fake? No, everything in here is 100% real.
Bullshit.
She just told you right there.
They are real fake breasts is what they are.
Is there a countdown clock on this one?
What, countdown to when we pop the balloon?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Or have the watermelons removed.
I mean, that's not natural looking skin even. I mean, it's
Oh, the switch is ready.
It's clearly an inserted
should let it
piece
wait a little bit
of
more.
rubber, plastic, or something that she's put in her shirt.
It's a little bit more. A little more juice.
But
The switch is ready. What can I
Yeah.
say? My switch is ready.
New meta.
I don't know. I thought about this like not last week. It was like a couple days ago. I won't say it's a meta. It's just something I thought of.
what, wearing
Could
fake
it be a new
breasts?
meta? Who knows? But nothing could beat me.
Dude, did you clip that for Twitch
No.
Vines?
It's gonna be a
This
lifetime.
is a Twitch Vine. I'm just waiting for it to fall out of her shirt, you know, and fall
she
down on
doesn't
the
actually
floor.
have the cat hair on her
You know.
chest. That's what it is. That's what it is. People are like, "What's on your chest?" It's the cat hair.
Damn it.
That
happens a lot.
They're not implants even. That's just
That happens way
that
too
is a
much.
piece of rubber she's stuffed in her shirt. That's all that is. Okay, I'm done promoting this.
She woke up like.
Oh well.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
dude.
he probably still has it in another tab muted.
Sparky pointing out they do not even match her skin color. Her skin is darker. Maybe
It's
maybe
fun for all 8, dude.
it's still fun for all. Yeah. I get Mod Pro's laughing. So the trickiest part was probably finding a shirt that would fit whatever that insert is she bought. I don't know. Maybe
The the watermelons?
I'm thinking they're two mannequin thighs.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying her
Yeah.
poor back.
Some things are left better in the dream world, right?
Mod Pro writes in fakest tits I've ever seen. And she would know. She's seen a lot.
What?
I'm kidding.
You are
Kidding.
gators?
I mean, the way
How do
she
you know-
said that
how do you
almost
know
sounds like
this? How do you know this? Wow.
everyone's seen a lot. Everyone has the internet, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mod Pro agreeing with me. Of course, I've seen a lot.
Oh, I see.
No denial. What the hell, right?
Yeah. No. They're just all over the internet. You know, you can't go on the internet 5 minutes without seeing a fake pair of tits. That's kind of one of the rules, you know, because we all know the internet was made for two things, and one of them is cat pictures.
What's wrong with cat pictures?
And then Nick would ask me, "Well, what's the other?"
Yeah.
More cat pictures?
Yeah, that's probably what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, come on, think about it. The other good one-liner I got in on Nick was, Nick was up on the Catholic traditions, being raised Catholic, and I think there was some members of his family may have attended a school in which they would not allow you to use your left hand or tie your left hand behind your back or something like that.
Sure.
So he went on, because I guess in Catholic tradition, the Satan is left-handed, and so that is the hand of evil, and so it popped in my head, and I had to say it. I said to him, No, I don't use my left hand for that. And he understood what I meant, but he didn't laugh.
Oh, I didn't laugh either. I'm just moaning. I was, what the
Brian
heck?
laughed, but Nick didn't laugh at that joke. I think he did kind of a TMI type of reaction.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, TMI. I agree.
But I mean, to me, it was I said it in such a way that he understood what I was saying. So I as far as I was concerned, if you understood it, the joke worked.
Now, was it at the office or was it at lunch or what?
No, it was in the office, probably in the morning at his cubicle. It was pretty chill.
Were other people in the area? Or was just the two of you?
Well, I don't think Dale or Marianne were in earshot, so or I probably wouldn't have said it, or I didn't say it loudly.
Right. And maybe he just was caught off guard with something that was a little.
I mean, Tharko was chill enough that you could imply something with a plausible deniability, and you probably weren't going to get reported to HR. So even if like Dale or Marianne heard me say, "Well, that's not the hand I use," well, I probably wouldn't have said if Dale was walking by or Marianne was
right,
or my fog was nearby. I probably would have held that one.
Although that could have gone right over her head.
I could see that right over. I don't know. My fog was a person of the world. I don't.
Yeah, but there was some.
Is that an American thing?
Some English-speaking type of thing.
So masturbation's an American thing, is what you're saying?
Well, no, but you didn't say that though.
I'm about to say what?
It's the implication that may not have connected.
Okay, I see. Here's the thing. I agree with you that I feel like it would have gone over my Fong's head. But logically, I can't figure out why I feel that way or why it should have. Because, I mean, it's not like I'm using some sort of a English colloquialism that wouldn't make sense to someone whose native language
was... But the line is abstract, you see.
But
I can't place it, but I remember, especially early
I don't use my hand for that is abstract.
But for what? It's not. It's implied, not specific.
Right, but there's nothing.
No, and there were other expressions that are very Americanized that she did not get, had to be explained. Now, nothing that was on the crude nature, but
Dune, in his true Dune fashion, found a way to make this worse.
Happy endings, yes.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for. I'm writing my congressperson. I'm getting this show taken off the air.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have a Congress that does nothing right now, so no worries.
Moving right along.
Yes.
Come on. Let's not make this a downer ending.
That's right. That's right. Right. 4 more minutes left. Yeah.
Dude's offering to do the voice.
There you go. Do the voice. Do the voice.
No, I don't think we can. I don't think the world is. I think the world has moved on from that.
No.
Still, I love the story. I would unintentionally do my Fong's voice when telling stories of the workplace to Kristen when I came home from work. And it's just something that I unintentionally did because I pick up person's inflections and tones. And when I was doing it, Kristen noted that, that sounds a little racist, like you're doing like a racist Asian accent. And I'm like, I'm not intentionally, and she wasn't mad at me. She's just kind of like, you might want to be careful with that type of thing.
It depends on the audience, of course. Yeah.
Right. And then we went to like that hot pot thing when you were, I think it was a gathering we had for when you were retiring and going to, I think we all went to a hot pot when you
I think so,
retired.
yeah.
and I think that's when Kristen first met Mai Fong. And on our drive home, she said, "Oh, by the way, you had the voice spot on." and Dune had a similar thing, because one time Dune did his version of the voice in his head, which I was like, "Wow, dude, that's pretty racist." But then we were doing a Dune and Johnny show, and Dune's neighbor called, and the inflections I heard through the microphone on the phone completely matched the inflections he was using for his Mai Fong impression. I'm like, okay, dude, you were also mimicking a voice spot on. So I don't know.
And did Dune ever actually hear the voice?
Well, no, he was basing his impression on his neighbor's voice.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
I see. So he was that was what he based his mock Asian voice on.
Right.
You know, this was just trying to be accurate in our own way, but
right.
But it doesn't come across that well. Sparky wants to hear it. Oh my God. Well, I do have that clip. I did clip that for our last show. Remember when we did our last show ever of this? What was that, like 5 years ago? We did our last show ever. Remember that?
Yeah. The last
and
show
then
ever.
And then Mars quit for like 3 years.
You had people on. You didn't need me. Fine.
Oh, the show was not as good. No, we're all, let's find this. Where did I put this? Oh fuck, I got so many folders. Oh, I think it's in here. Oh, here we go. No, where somewhere I have it. Maybe it's in this folder. Clips for last amateur hour played. Here we go. The most racist moment on the show. MP3.
Oops. That might be it.
There you go.
Okay, here it is.
Appropriately named.
Radio show. Why you have to talk about me? I do nothing. I give you a job. I pay you rent.
And that's enough of that.
Wow,
it's worse than
dude.
I remember. Every time I play it, it's worse than I remembered.
Oh God, that's hilarious. Oh, dude.
Definitely bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sparky Toast writes it's under T for Thog. But it's, well, first of all, it's all one name. And second of all, it's P for Fong. But close. You know what? We should go with that. We should go with Thong. Why am I correcting the spelling of this person's name?
That's right.
Oh.
All right. Let's see if I can find some.
Who's it?
Hello?
Why you have to talk to me about your radio?
Oh, wrong. Hi, Mai Fong. How are you doing?
I don't understand that.
Well, you know.
Let him do the job half a price of you. Half a
I
price.
tried.
Bring somebody in. Half a price for you.
I tried to be nice to you, but you wouldn't even accept my goodwill gifts. I tried to give you a Snickers bar once. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that.
Oh God.
Dude writes in, holy crap. I don't know who that was. I don't think that was Dune.
No, definitely not Dune.
No, that wasn't. Let's never play that again. I think this should be.
That's a deal.
I think we should never play that again. Sparky Toast writes in good old days. Yeah, for who?
Yeah.
I would just like to say I do not endorse that, but I will say that Dune did that with nothing but good intentions of good, clean humor.
Comedy.
Of course.
The premise being that
yeah, in fact, for a second there, it reminded me of Bernadette from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
there's a high squeaky voice.
There's a bit of that squeak, yeah. basically that was on the last one of the last shows I did in California, because at that point, I never name the company I work for or use the real names of people I work with, except for Nick and Brian.
Right.
When I'm telling stories about my job,
Nick to his he preferred to be called Neil.
Right.
And
But
sometimes we would say Neil, and then it would come out as Nick.
Yeah. Well, to me, the funniest thing was to say fake names and then to tell people that they were fake names for the real names. Let's say there's a guy named Bob because his real name is Brian. Which to me, I love playing the fool for humor.
Right.
But the point is that I had, over the years, I had told many stories about my conflicts with my Fong. And so when finally I quit the job, it's like, well, here's the deal. The company I worked for was named Darko, and the person who I clashed with, her real name is Mai Fong. And once I let that out, Dune's like, that's it. I'm calling as Mai Fong. Because Dune was doing that on my show where he'd call pretending to be other people. Actually, no. Weird people would call my show using Dune's computer.
We had the police call our show once, I think.
Yeah.
Or the show once, yeah.
The Stockton campus police called my show once.
Yeah, there you go.
And the ghost of Eddie Fisher called my show once.
Wow, go Eddie Fisher.
So yeah, there's now Sparky thinks that we should play that at the opening of your stream. So basically, that was the joke. He was only doing the voice to try to. The joke was that this person was an angry person at me for telling the stories. The accent was a genuine attempt at adding accuracy to the character. It's really just that Dune, could only approximate the based off of context that he had heard in his time. Yeah. So it wasn't done to mock the accent. The accent was just an unfortunate side effect of trying to impersonate an angry boss.
Yeah, sure.
Can you hand me that shovel?
Shovel. Are you burying that?
Are you out to dig a big hole?
Are you?
I gotta dig my way out, Brian. It's the only way.
I think you're still making the hole bigger.
No. I just need to dig up. I'll be fine.
I understand. That's what you want. The reality is not making it.
It's like Minecraft. You have to dig up.
You dig. Yeah. What was? I think that was the end of a Simpsons episode. No, dig up.
Yeah. There you go.
Right. So who do we raid?
I guess we're not going to find anything.
How are we going to get out of here?
We'll dig our way out. Now, dig up, stupid.
There we go. So we're gonna find a raid, is what we're gonna do. So let's see. Who's live right now? Well, there's Little Miss Fake Tits. We could. Was that bad? Should I not have said that? No, let's not raid that. Let's see.
Wow.
Well, we could raid Rachel again because Dune raided her yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But before we do that, we must do what we always do, which is thank you once again for listening to another fun-filled episode of
Insert Title Here.
But we do try to be educational here, and I think we've learned a whole lot of things here. Mars, what have you learned here this week?
I've learned that it takes me about 3/4 of the show to realize I'm cold without pants on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I learned something.
I know it. Just add it to the list.
Brian, what have you learned this week?
That Mars had a Happy New Year.
No, I know.
I learned Mars might be about to have a happy ending. But,
no, not that.
That's a short year. That's a short
I take a shower right before the show. I was like, I didn't put pants on.
Oh, poor Sparky learned nothing.
Oh,
Sparky.
Learned nothing. And dude writes in boom.
Boom.
No, and don't worry, Sparky. There's nothing fake about the channel we're going to raid here.
That's right. It's all real.
It's all real. So we're going to raid Ray Rachel is what we're going to do. And yeah, no fake accents, no fake stories, and no
all
fake Bibles.
authentic.
Yeah, everything is authentic on Ray Rachel's channel.
That's
so, right. And Dune learned Sparky does not have his address on his house.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Well, let's go ahead and raid Ray Rachel. And we'll be back same time, same place next week. And we're never playing that clip again.
Ever. Yes.
Good night.
You bet.
Okay. Well, that happened.